Ward had to come in and ruin the day when it looked like the Pogues got a break. When will Season 3 of Outer Banks be released? Is there anything the trailer can tell us? And who will return in the upcoming season? We'll tell you all you need to know in this video. And just in case you need something to fill the time until the new season, we have 5 shows like Outer Banks lined up for you. Ready? Let's get to it. So, first things first, Outer Banks Season 3 release date, trailer, cast, and everything to know. We weren't prepared for what Season 1 of Outer Banks had to offer. And things only got better with Season 2, which left us hanging with a huge climax and many unanswered questions. It's been a while since Season 2 aired, which saw John B. on the run from the law and meeting new friends, like Cleo, and adversaries, like Carla Limbri. And just when the Pogues found the treasure, Ward swoops in and steals it. But despite countless attempts on the lives of our beloved characters, every major character seems to have made it to the 3rd season of the series. The teaser trailer confirmed as much, which means the cast will return, including the newest character, Cleo. The teaser trailer for Season 3 of Outer Banks revealed only a few snippets, but one thing seems certain: the Pogues won't be living off-grid for too long, as shorts of a minivan on the highway and an old-fashioned airplane flying over the ocean suggest that John B. and his friends will find their way back to the Outer Banks. John B.'s voiceover asks us, how far will you go to get the treasure? Ward is still in possession of the treasure, but our hero won't roll over that easily. Lastly, the trailer has confirmed that Season 3 of Outer Banks will be released sometime in 2023. Though there is no specific date yet, we can't wait for the story to pick up where it left off, can you? And while we wait for somewhere in 2023 to come around, let's look at some shows similar to the Outer Banks. Here are 5 shows we think just might be able to fill in the gap. First up, we have The Wilds. The Wilds is an amazing show that combines the hustle and the emotional pressure the characters of Outer Banks have to deal with. The series follows Phaeton, portrayed by Sophia Ali, Dot, portrayed by Shannon Barry, Martha, portrayed by Jenna Claus, Rachel, portrayed by Rain Edwards, Shelby, portrayed by Mia Healy, Nora, portrayed by Helena Howard, Tony, portrayed by Arana James, and Leah, portrayed by Sarah Pigeon. They're all girls who hail from contrasting backgrounds and end up on a deserted island after their plane crashes. They have no choice but to adapt to a survivor lifestyle, seeking love and hope past the trauma they experienced. But what they don't realize is that they're all part of a social experiment, which has been orchestrated with the consent of their family and friends. While the circumstances aren't quite the same as in Outer Banks, the girls have to do whatever it takes to make it through. The show will extensively use flashbacks and flash forwards, which improve the plot and help the spectator comprehend the complexities of this fascinating group of teenage females. Next, Riverdale. Look no further if you're on the hunt for a new teen mystery drama series that isn't afraid to go for insane plot lines. Riverdale has it all. This series is loosely based on the Archie comics and follows Archie, portrayed by KJ Apa, Betty, portrayed by Lily Reinhardt, Cheryl, portrayed by Madeleine Petch, Veronica, portrayed by Camila Mendez, and Jughead, portrayed by Cole Sprouse. This bunch couldn't be more different from each other, but they find themselves joining forces to uncover all the mysteries that lie just beneath the surface of Riverdale, as well as all the dark hidden secrets of Riverdale's past. While the type of mystery in Riverdale doesn't quite match up with Outer Banks, we promise you that there are a lot of similarities to find in both shows' dynamics. And there is also an underlying tension in both Outer Banks and Riverdale regarding social class and lifestyle. For example, Archie and his friends have to stick together and try to solve crimes in their community, much like the Pogues have to go through thick and thin to understand the mystery behind the royal merchant and its coveted gold. And in Riverdale, there are the Southside Serpents, the gangsters that no one wants to mess with. Just like the Pogues are always looked down upon by the police and the Kooks. Curious yet? And in third place, we have Lock and Key. Lock and Key definitely has the mystery factor that makes Outer Banks such an addictive show, but this series also has a generous dollop of fantasy on top of it to make it extra delicious. Lock and Key tells the story of Tyler, portrayed by Connor Jessup, Kinsey, portrayed by Amelia Jones, and Bode, portrayed by Jackson Robert Scott, who moved to Massachusetts to live in a mansion which is known as Key House, after their father dies under mysterious circumstances. When they move into the mansion, the children notice that several keys throughout the house can unlock rooms in supernatural ways. But what they don't know is that the very fact that they know where these keys are located is what's making them a target of a demonic entity who wants to use the keys for their cruel intentions. Like John B. and Co., the Locke siblings are unaware of what happened with their father. But when they find the keys to their new home, they also find a chance to understand the truth behind their father's death. And if you're looking for something that has mystery but also a little extra, this is the show for you. Where do you think you're going? Hold up, while we wait for season 3 of Outer Banks to premiere, we still have 2 additional shows that could satisfy that need. Even though one isn't a teen drama, it contains all the same elements as Outer Banks, with a dash of true detective. Last but not least, there will be a figure skating performance without any coastline. Do you know which programs we're referring to? You'll find out if you stick with the video until the end. Now, let's proceed. First up, Bloodline. So, right off the bat, we'll confess that this isn't exactly a teen drama, unlike the other recommendations in this video. But hear us out, because Bloodline definitely has the Outer Banks it factor that makes the series so darn interesting. Bloodline is also set in the East Coast, filled with dark secrets, fights, and many family disputes. The story starts when Danny Rayburn, portrayed by Ben Mendelsohn, returns to his Florida hometown to celebrate the anniversary of his parents' hotel, eager to stay for good and help manage the hotel. But Danny is considered the black sheep of the family, and his siblings feel unsettled by his sudden appearance in their lives, which instantly confronts them with the untold truth of their shared past. Bloodline is packed with a phenomenal cast, and it's just the adult version of Outer Banks. Well, with a little true detective sprinkled over it, and who wouldn't want to see that? And last but certainly not least, Spinning Out. You're probably asking yourself what a show that features ice skating is doing on a list of Outer Bank adjacent shows. But Spinning Out has a surprising amount of similarities to Outer Banks, with some important elements that are featured in both shows. Spinning Out is about Kate Baker, portrayed by Kaya Scodelario, a figure skater who was forced to back down from her dream, one day competing for the Olympic medal after she suffers an unfortunate injury. Once Kat has the opportunity to go back to competitive skating with her partner Justin, who Evan Roderick portrays, she finds herself having to tackle her mental health issues and family troubles of her own. While the focus in Outer Banks isn't exactly on mental health, it is a prevalent theme throughout the series. For example, Drew Starkey's Raph is constantly trying to please his father, his head always geared towards gaining his father's approval, no matter the cost. This truly impacts his decision-making ability and eventually plays an important role in his psychotic breakdown. And we also witness JJ, who Randy Pankow portrays, and Pope, portrayed by Jonathan Davis, facing serious mental health struggles regarding their families, not to mention their underprivileged backgrounds. In short, on the surface, Spinning Out may not look like the kind of show as Outer Banks, but you should never judge a book by its cover, and maybe give it a shot anyway. And that's all we got for you. What do you think Season 3 of Outer Banks has in store for us? Let us know in the comments what your theories are, and thanks for watching!